Hello, everyone. This is the grammar lesson I told you about that I would like you to pay attention to so that when you come in on Monday, we can get started without me having to spend time doing a lot of additional explanations and introductions. So, what we're going to talk about today are what's called the impersonal pronouns anything, something, and nothing. And we're going to start with anything because that is the one that is forgotten or misused the most. And as the title says, this is used with questions and with negatives. So looking at this first example, did you see anything? And that's usually not a problem. The problem comes when a student tries to answer in the negative. And what you need to use is, again, anything for the negative. No, I didn't see anything. Many of you want to or think you need to use nothing, and we cannot use double negatives in English. So I didn't see nothing is incorrect. You may hear people in the street saying that. Uh, Technically, it is wrong. At best, it is very, very, very informal language, and it is not something that you want to use. So another example, the question, are you going to buy anything at the mall? And the answer, if the answer is negative, no, I don't plan to buy anything. Have you eaten anything yet? No, I haven't eaten anything. So the question is, when do we use nothing? The easiest way to answer that at the moment is focus on the use of nothing in the function of a subject in the sentence. So used most often as a subject, not as an object in a negative sentence. So looking at the examples, nothing helps me when I can't sleep, or nothing bothers her when she is acting, or nothing works in this place. Okay? Notice that nothing is considered a third person singular subject. So the verbs, because we're in the present tense, all have that third person singular S on there. Nothing helps, nothing bothers, nothing works. Where students think they should use it is in sentences that I have crossed out here. Example, I don't know nothing. Again, you may hear that in the street, students, but that is super informal and not really correct. So what you want to say is, I don't know anything, or I didn't see anything. But you can't use it if the sentence is already negative. And then the third situation, of course, is something. If the sentence is positive, we're not talking about a negative sentence or a question, it's just a straight positive sentence. You can use something both as a subject or an object. For example, something happened at the school yesterday, where we see it as a subject, or I'm going to buy something for dinner when I go to the store as an object. So I've got a couple of other examples here where something is used as a subject, and then as an object, and then as a subject again, and then as an object again. So let me give you a moment to read through these examples, and then we'll go to the next slide. All right, I'm going to have you do a little activity to see how you're doing, to kind of check yourself. So we've got 8 sentences here, and I want you to complete these sentences with the 3 choices, anything, nothing, or something. So remember, if the sentence is a negative or if the sentence is a question, you should be looking at anything. If the blank is at the beginning of the sentence, meaning that it's serving as the subject of the sentence, then you can use either nothing or something. But you have to, as always, pay attention to the context in order to decide what makes sense. So you can write the answers in your notebook or write the complete sentences in your notebook. Just be ready to discuss them and look at them or compare them with your neighbors on Monday so that we don't take time on Monday to do a lot of explanations from me. When you finish that, there's additional practice. And for that, I'm going to ask you to go back to Schoology, look in the homework folder, and you should see a link at the bottom called A Strange Night. I want you to click on that link to open the Google Doc, read the Google Doc, and choose the best answer to complete the story. So let me show you a little example of what this is going to look like. It's a little story called A Strange Night. There are, I believe, 7 choices where you have to decide between 2 options. Now, I want you to notice that in some cases, instead of something or nothing or anything, we have every, as in everybody, anybody, or somebody. The rules are the same. Doesn't matter if it's everything or something or anybody or somebody. So in this case, for example, everybody, anybody went to bed earlier than usual. This is not a negative and it's not a question. So we don't want to use any because that's just used with questions and negative. So the best choice in this case would be everybody. Everybody went to bed earlier than usual, but I decided to stay in the living room reading my new mystery novel. So again, you can copy. You have some choices here, students. You can simply put numbers in your notebook and just choose the best option in your notebook. You can recopy the whole paragraph or the whole story in your notebook, or you'll notice that this is a Google Doc that's just view only. If you remember how to go to File and make a copy and create your own copy in your Google Drive, you can make the changes there and have your answers in a Google Doc. So, good luck and have a good weekend. Don't forget to do quiz 2 if you haven't done that already. And I'll see you on Monday.